Well, hello, everyone. This is Wilson Cole, president of Adams, Evans, and Ross and Backdoor Hires, and I am joined with, in my opinion, an absolute legend in the recruiting industry. I'm joined with Bert Miller. He has been a longtime franchise office owner of MRI and has recently, I guess recently in the last year or so, has acquired MRI Corporate. How are you doing, Bert?
I'm doing terrific. Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate that. You give me a lot to live up to.
Well, you certainly earned them. I've been in this industry a long time, and you supersede me. So you must have started when you were 18. So anyhow, well, Bert, before we get into the now, I always find it's always good to kind of get grounded with. I mean, how did you get into recruiting? Was this something that was always a passion, or did you just find yourself on that path?
No, my background, I'll just give you a quick overview. My background, I was blessed to be raised by a couple of awesome parents. Neither one, had neither one finished high school. One didn't even, didn't get out of 8th grade due to personal reasons with my mother's father, my grandfather. And so, but I share that because they were amazing people, and the values and things that they provided to me, and the work ethic that was instilled upon me at an early age. And they were very bright people. They just didn't have the money, or I don't know if they really had the right direction to get into university to expand upon, what they were doing, if they had so chosen to finish their high school education. But nonetheless, they did an amazing job building a great childhood and raising me and my brother. And so I'll start right there, because I think that is the foundation, and we all need a foundation of somebody that somebody gives you that launching pad, and you can either listen and take it or not. Mm-hmm. So they all started there. Then I was the first one on either side of both of our families, as you might expect in that situation, to go to college. They put me in a great position to have a chance. My dad introduced me to athletics, which built confidence and allowed me to go to college. And then when I came out of school, I went to work for. I interviewed with the Gallo Winery and got into their training program. And then they put me in a distributorship in Indianapolis, Indiana, as I grew up in northern Indiana. And so in a very small town. And so I ended up in Indianapolis as a young guy coming out of school, working, selling Gallo products. And then 4 years later, Wilson, a recruiter called me that recruited me and gave me the opportunity to go to Revlon. And so I went to Revlon, and I spent all my time in New York City doing all that stuff that you would do in corporate America. I had amazing mentors, thank God, because I'm grateful, because I've been, very, very fortunate to be going down the right path with some really awesome people. And so I spent 7 years at Revlon, had multiple positions as a young executive, and my children were 9 and 5, and I wanted to coach them. Mm-hmm. And this is around when I was 32 years old. And so I looked in the industry. I was doing some research, and I said the recruiting industry is going to have a supply-demand issue about right now, which we do. Sure. And so I said, hey, okay, supply and demand, business 101. Go where there's demand and there's not a lot of supply. And so I got into recruitment and started from just dead scratch. And thank goodness MRI was there, because they were able to really help me get off the ground and launch and help train me like they trained over 25,000 other recruiters.
In the recruiting industry, I'm absolutely amazed at how many recruiters I talk to, and they always start with, I got started with MRI, had all the great training, and whether they stayed with MRI or they went in a different direction, MRI was the epicenter from the start for so many folks.